So one thing about me is I'm big on success mindset, on mentality, because I really believe that your mentality will determine your success, your level of success, whether that be emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially. Your mindset matters. So, with that being said, I like to do a little segment where I talk about like a profile of someone that I admire for the mindset. The last one I did, like I keep talking about DJ Khaled. And real talk, I had one on Kirk Franklin because I was talking about his boldness and how he really doesn't care about what people say. He's just going to be him. Little did I know homie would be out here cussing his son out like full force. F bomb, F bomb. I'm not judging the brother, but I wish I had put that video out before his video dropped, because at least then I would have been able to include that in my statement. But it remains the same. He does not care what people think, and even though he publicly apologized, he probably would cuss the boy out again. Real talk. I'm not judging. I have nothing to say about it. I just thought it was funny. Here's who we're going to talk about today. Now, I don't expect for them to come out with a video cussing anybody out anytime soon, so I think we're safe. I want to talk about Earn Your Leisure by Rashad Bilal and Troy Millings. These are two brothers, and I'll put their picture up here, who have set out to teach people ways to become economically independent, specifically in the Black community. It's about empowering people to make better financial decisions that will impact their future. And if you haven't noticed, that's been a lot of the theme of this video, because I myself am big on just being sound financially. And when you know better, you do better. So as I'm learning more ways in which we can create wealth for our future generations, these guys come to the surface for me, because for years I've been catching their videos and just listening in on different opportunities. One thing about me, real quick, is that I'm involved in real estate. First as a real estate agent, but also as a real estate investor. And I have loved watching them bring on different people, especially like they're all New Yorkers. So they bring in other New Yorkers who talk about how they've built wealth through rental income. They've also done people who fix and flip, or they wholesale. There are lots of different ways to earn money in real estate. And so for me as a realtor, real estate agent, it's been really nice to just learn from them on that tip. But as I'm raising a family and I'm realizing how I want to leave them when my time is up, these guys have really come through. So, when you get some time, check out Earn Your Leisure right here on YouTube. And also they have a podcast as well. Their thing is, like I said, economic independence. And I need you to understand, folks, economic independence is the key to true freedom. It really, really is. When we talk about the Black community and a lot of the disadvantages that we faced as a culture, we can talk about the poor communities, which lead to poor education system, poor housing, and the cycle of poverty that tends to affect the Black community more so than any other. Well, this is a way to break the cycle. But I do want to lay one tip on you, and I think it's interesting. While, yes, the Black community faces special challenges when it comes to the disparity of wealth, it's no longer a racial thing. Like, I think we got to look at it from that perspective that it's no longer that people are keeping Black folks down specifically, but it literally at this point is about the haves and the have-nots. Who has and who doesn't. And what we want to do is be on the side of the haves. And how do we do that? How do we begin to build wealth and then take that money back to our communities and empower others? I think first it begins with education. So by all means, I love how the Bible says that in the last days, knowledge will increase. We are certainly living in the last days. And you are in a time in which information is freely dispersed. Anyone who has an inclination can get on Google, can go to the library and search stuff out. information is right there at your fingertips. So the first thing we got to do is educate ourselves on what is available to us. What options do we have to begin to work on our finances? Whether you're starting from zero and you just need to find a good job so that you can begin to build some kind of income for yourself, you can go and get those skills. You can do it from your bedroom. You can do online learning at any time of day and get those skills that you need to go get a job. If it's about fixing up your credit, there are so many people out here teaching folks how to clean up their credit, some of which you don't even have to pay out. You just have to prove that the debt's not yours. I'm not going to get into that. But there are ways that you can do whatever it is you're trying to do, at whatever stage you're at financially. And so I think education is number one. But also, we got to look at it now from the perspective of having multiple streams of income. Because when you just have one stream of income, if it goes away, that's it. I mean, we talked about the pandemic and how it knocked a lot of people for a loop because they weren't prepared. Well, when it comes to financial stability and freedom, it is important that you have more than one stream of income. Or look at it like this. How stable is a chair with just one leg? How stable is a chair with maybe just two legs? Okay, now how about a chair with three legs? Now you're getting a little better. How about four legs? Now you got a stable place to sit. You got a stable place to rest. So that's what I'm saying. We got to look at it like that. We have to have multiple streams of income and ways to earn money, and more importantly, passive income. Because the truth is, as much as we chase paper in this society that we're living in, that is not what's most important. Time is an asset that you can never get back. Once it is spent, that's it. And some of us, most of us, I would say, matter of fact, all of us, have no idea how much time we really have. So why not make it count? Why not use it to the best of your ability? I think it's unfortunate for a person to spend the greater part of their life, and I don't have the numbers, but if you calculate 40 hours a week until the age of 65, let's say you started working at 18, right out of college, and you don't retire until 65, and you've given 40 hours a week to your job. Do the math of how much time you have paid into that job. That's probably too much, y'all. Especially when you calculate that you've missed out on important events in your family, maybe loved ones that you weren't able to see because you couldn't get the time off, things like that. We got to look at it from that perspective. Having multiple streams of income helps you to maximize your time, to get more value for your time. Because if you have systems set up where money is being earned, whether you're physically there or not, you're winning, fam. You're winning. So that's why I love Earn Your Leisure, Rashad and Troy, because that's what they're about. They're about educating people on how to get your money right. And so I encourage you to check them out and really just learn how this system works, because it's no longer a racial issue. It genuinely is about who has and who doesn't. I say, get you a passive income stream, work your regular job, get yourself some land and some property, and have a side hustle, y'all. I mean, how many people, it's funny because with 2020 and everything, we were already going in this direction as a society, but 2020 kind of pushed us over the edge to where the side hustle became the main hustle. And now, I don't know about your city, but if you wanted to do Postmates, Grubhub, Uber, Instacart, things like that, just to have a side hustle, those positions are filled. So I feel like in a lot of ways, the things that I'm saying, you already know. You already know that it's important to have some kind of side hustle and passive income stream, and maybe something that you do, that you create, whether it be on Etsy or maybe a podcast like this or a YouTube like this, where you can take content and put it out there for people and maybe earn something back for it, ebooks and things like that. Folks are hitting that, they're on that tip already. So now we just need to take those earnings and really use them to build for the future, to invest. Did I even mention that? It's important to invest. Yes. So you know this already, right? I just said all that, but you know this. So now what's stopping you? I used to think knowledge is power. In my life, I used to think if I could understand something, then I'm winning. But that's not it. Like, that's literally half the battle. So knowledge is power, but now you got to take action. And I feel like the only way to take action is to have accountability. When you have somebody holding you accountable for the goals that you said you were going to do, you're that much more likely to accomplish your goals. So I would say, yes, please go educate yourself, get knowledge, but then go get some accountability too. Join a group of investors. Join, make a deal with your friends that you're going to do X, Y, Z towards your financial goals by a certain time, and have them hold you accountable. Some people have even gone so far as to write a check to everyone they promised they would do it, and if they didn't, they writing checks to their friends. And the embarrassment of having to write out, I didn't do it, here you go. But accountability goes a long way. So, I hope that these things that I talked about today sparks your interest. I hope that you got something good out of it. Please hit me up in the comments. Send me a message through AskRhonnie.com. And I will catch you on the next one. I'll see you. Bye.